Hey everyone, Irit here with a new art journaling process. Sorry that everything is a little bit wonky. Sometimes I just, I want to get painting and I don't pay attention to my setup. So sorry about that. I am again painting a face. I am really excited about, I don't know, painting faces recently. Well, very, very recently. Something just started, I guess, working a little bit more. I can't say it's super easy or, I really know what I'm doing, but I kind of feel a little bit more comfortable and free. And yeah, so I'm taking this class by Mindy Lacefield. I took her refined and unrefined face, which is kind of a more basic face painting class that is also really affordable. And I thought it would be a good introduction, kind of to get an idea of her teaching style. And I really enjoyed that class. So I moved on to another one of her classes. This is a larger one. It's called my Watercolor Journal, and it focuses on watercolors, but also on face drawings. And I felt that would be a good direction for me because watercolors are like my favorite medium to use. And yeah, I do want to paint faces. I kind of, every time I tried to do that in the last few years, I would say, the results have been frustrating for me. And I decided I didn't want to give up on that. And I just kind of needed to find I don't know, my style. I really, really don't like copying exactly what someone else is doing. And I understand that this is an important part of learning. And it's totally okay. And I also do it sometimes when I'm taking courses from other artists, but I really hate doing it. It's like something in me that really annoys me, um, that I would make something that looks like someone else made it, even if that other person is, most of the time a lot more talented than I am. I don't know. It's just something in me, um, and just I don't know. I took the class and I'm still going through the material in the class. Sorry, I'm not explaining to you what I'm doing, but it's pretty straightforward. I'm just using watercolors, building layers. I'll tell you what I'm using, and I will put also links. So you can see there I have the two Jane Davenport sets, but I added just a few colors to each one to kind of make them a little bit better, I guess. There's room for more colors, so why not add from my stash? I didn't buy anything um, especially for this. I just used the colors I have. And yeah, so what I used in the Bright set, which is what I'm working with, I think right now, and most of this spread was done with that. I just added ultramarine blue because it didn't have that. I added lemon yellow. I added another type of blue that I can't pronounce the name of, but the pigment is PB60 if I'm correct. And the one I'm using is by Schmincke. It's this blue that I'm right now using, and it's a gorgeous, gorgeous deep blue. And then I also have the green gold, also by Schminke. I'm not exactly sure. They have different names. I know that blue has, I think it's called delft blue or something like that. Um, but I have to say, I've had these Schminke paints for a long time, and oh my gosh, I am completely falling in love again with Schminke. I have quite a few of the Schminke paints on my uh, big regular palette of artist grade watercolors, where I have lots of different brands. I have always my favorites in each brand. And the Schminke are just gorgeous. They are so intense and so vibrant, and they re-wet beautifully, and they're just gorgeous, gorgeous. So those are the colors that I added to this set. And the Jane Davenport watercolors are also great, really vibrant, and a lot of fun to play with. And the other set that you see there on the screen, it's a little bit cut on the left side. That's the neutral set. And I added to it, I think I added Payne's Gray. And then I added some, I can't remember which purple, but something like a cobalt violet, not a very intense purple, more muted one. I thought it would be a good fit to neutralize all of those warm skin tones. And then I have another color there. It's kind of a dark earthy red from Sennelier that I have to look because I don't know how it's called and it's bugging me. And then I think I added 2 more grays, because it's the neutral palette. The brush I'm using is Skoda Perla. No, I don't know why I said it in that accent. It's just, I imagined it in my head in an American accent and it sounded weird. So Perla, I guess. I think Skoda is a Spanish company. Anyway, these are synthetic brushes and they're lovely. They hold a lot of water, but not a lot, like not too much water. Sometimes there are brushes that hold really, really tons of water. And I really like the Perla line that they have. They also have, what are they called? They have another line of synthetic brushes that is also really great. Skoda Versatile, right? Versatile. That's also great. Yeah, so these two, along with the Neptune, the Princeton Neptune brushes, are my favorite, my go-to brushes, the ones I use all the time on pretty much everything in my art journals, on watercolor paintings, everything. This size is, I can't remember, I will list it. I usually use number 14, but because I'm doing a bit more details here with the face and all that, I chose a smaller one. I'm not sure if this is a 10 or a 12. I'll write it in the description. So, yeah, back to Mindy's class. Sometimes when you take a class from an artist, there's what you learn from, watching them, what they do, their techniques, their supplies, favorite colors, all those things. And then sometimes they say things that really resonate with you. And sometimes, it's stuff that but when you hear it, it's suddenly, yes, that's so true. And you keep hearing it as you're painting. And I felt that when Mindy said, I think in a couple of lessons, she started working on a face or a spread or something, and she said, you don't have to have everything figured out from the beginning. Just put something down. And I keep this in my head like a mantra. I don't know, certain words seem so weird to me in an American accent because it's not, natural to me to speak in an American accent. I just decided that, if you speak English, then it makes sense to speak in an American accent. Oh my gosh. This is the silliest narration ever. Anyway, so I keep telling it to myself, just to let go and just start. And I don't know yet how this will look. And I'm also a little bit worried because I don't feel so comfortable painting faces, and I just, as I said, I don't think I have made until very, 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 very recently, mostly, inspired and exercises from Mindy's class. I don't think I've ever made a face painting that I really loved and thought that, besides just fun, that I was pleased with the result. And with this one, I was really pleased. I felt that it didn't look like, that I wasn't copying anyone. I used a lot of the techniques that I've learned from different people, a lot from Mindy. a lot from her style, and I also really let go, with all these shapes and stains and dots and brush marks. I really love how all this works together with that face. Um, because I love doing abstract and I love watercolors, and I think that, if you just make stains with watercolors, it's so beautiful, just because of the nature of this beautiful, beautiful paint. So I love being able to combine all this. I have my focal point, I have the face. I think, to me, when I look at it, it makes me happy. And yeah, I don't know, we'll see how it goes. But there's also all this other stuff that I can add to the layout. And it doesn't have to make sense. And it just, makes me happy. And I can play with paint. So yeah, I really, really enjoyed this process. Also, what I want to say is that it looks to me like I'm going in the direction of kind of having specific journals for specific types of mediums, and also maybe for for painting certain things. So I'm using my big rough watercolor paper Cadi journal for kind of loose florals. With the rough paper, it's kind of hard to get any details, like really small details. So I really love it for more of a loose, fluid style. And this journal is the Stillman and Byrne journal. This one is the Beta series. I will link to everything that I'm talking about in the description box. So this is an A4 size journal, and I'm trying it on as an alternative that is more widely available at the moment than the Jane Davenport Watercolor Journal, which is fantastic. And I am really enjoying this journal, the one I'm using here. This is the Stillman and Byrne. The paper is lovely. This one is the cold pressed paper, which is a little bit has a little bit more texture than hot pressed or smooth paper, but this is still very smooth compared to other cold pressed watercolor papers that I know. The size A4 is great. It could have been a little bit bigger, but it's still okay. I wouldn't want to go any smaller than that. So this is it. Here are some close-ups. Look at this gorgeous watercolors. Just makes me so happy. Thank you so much for watching. Leave me a comment if you have any questions or just to say hi. I wish you a lovely day. Thanks for watching. Bye.